Morning, gents.
Morning.
Gents. How we doing?
Exhausted, you?
I'm not too bad. Not too bad. We're nearly there.
I'm all right, to be
Halfway.
fair. I'm not
Nearly
that
there. 2 weeks to go. 2 weeks left until we can go back onto the football pitch.
bad.
Yeah. How are we finding this lockdown compared to the last one before we move on?
Personally, I've been busier this time than I was last time because I'm still doing my uni stuff this time. So for me, it's no different to what it would be like if I was at uni anyway. So I'm getting by, not too bad this time. I'm not pulling my hair out as much by Friday as I normally would be, but yeah, it's still a bit, as I'm sure Jay will say, it doesn't help that it's dark and gloomy all the time.
Yeah,
but
it's horrible would be the answer.
yeah.
Reese?
I'm
Okay,
not
great,
doing
thanks.
too bad.
Okay, moving on. No, I'm joking.
Okay.
I'm joking.
Let's move on then.
I'm joking, go on.
Yeah, ain't going too bad. Literally just popping into college every now and again. Do a bit of college work and going home.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're still at college.
And maybe the odd Tesco shift here and there. Who knows?
Well, I'm finding it harder than the first one, if I'm honest. Only because it's horrible weather, it's dark and grey, you get up, it's grey, you go to bed, it's grey, you walk the dogs, it's grey. It's just, it doesn't really put you in a good mood, particularly.
I mean, to be honest, go on.
No, I was going to say, I had to go on like 1 or 2 walks yesterday just to get out of the house and do something. The problem is, when we were doing the quizzes, everyone was at home. Everyone was at home. So
Yeah.
you could put on anything anytime you want at home. But the problem is kids are still at, not a problem, but the thing is kids are still at school. So by the time they get home, by the time they have dinner, by the time parents sort themselves out, then, it's a bit difficult because kids have got still thankfully in a routine. So, which means what I can do is quite limited. I've been doing like office work in my office, but the motivation to do it at the moment is very low. Very low. So I just 2 weeks until we can start up again. So I'm just counting down the days. I'm literally counting down the days. I just hope the lockdown isn't extended. Although I don't think it has really been a lockdown because there's some businesses that are still open, which you kind of question. But we won't.
Yeah, to be fair.
We won't go very political on that front. So anyway, I haven't spoken to you two for a couple of days now, which has been nice, but still.
Same on this hand as well.
Yeah. So
I'd agree.
I was going to do the draw for the prize draw with the names in my Leicester City trophy, Reese. But I didn't realise.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't realise how many kids had come onto our sessions over the last 12 months. And I've got still loads of registers to cut names out of. So unfortunately, I'm not going to do it. I was going to do it in this video, but I didn't realise the sheer volume of names I've got to actually cut out to make it fair. So here it is. Here's one of the prizes. What do you reckon?
Mbappe.
Nice.
I like it.
I think it's probably one of the best
Good.
the last few seasons. Shame they didn't beat us in it. Hey. Okay. Right.
Yet.
Sorry, didn't hear you in the Champions League. No. Okay. Right.
I'm staying out of this conversation.
Yes, because you gave it the big one, didn't you, a month ago?
Which we'll come on to.
We'll come to this later.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll just do a little video then, as we were doing in the summer. We were doing lots of different topics. A, to pass some time for ourselves, and B, well, I just think it's quite good to voice different opinions, isn't it? So, okay, so you want to do, was it your idea, Elliot, of, what was it? Sorry, I know what it is.
Just like how we think our team have done so far this year.
Okay, great. There's mine done.
So far.
Who wants to go first?
And then we're
I
gonna
reckon we
choose.
should go league table of like how we are, so bottom to top.
Yeah,
Do we-
I'm happy with
Okay,
that.
fine. So, I mean, I could have, if I knew this, I'd have wrote some notes about it. So where are we? Are we 10th or are we lower than that?
No, you're like 14th. Mate.
14th.
I'll just check, just to confirm. Are we not talking about the fantasy Premier League table?
No.
No.
Oh,
That's
that's
not
a shame because I am top. Anyway, all right. So, season review about Man United. Oh God. So, I would probably say the word inconsistent would be the best word. I mean, we struggle against teams that we should really beat, i.e. Palace at home and Arsenal at home. I think we should have beaten them. I mean, they're not exactly the Arsenal with Henry and Vieira and Fabregas and stuff, are they? Let's be honest. I mean, this is probably the weakest Arsenal team in about 20 years, and we should be beating them. I mean, Palace at home, geez. I'm not even going to mention the other home game because that was an absolute disaster. Because the refereeing
I'm pretty
decisions
sure Ellie
were
will be
awful.
talking about it.
The refereeing decisions were absolutely
Here we
diabolical
go.
in that game.
There we go. Classic United fan.
But when we need to put a win out the bag, we do so against Everton, which was great, before the international bag. Now, everyone keeps going on about, sack Ollie, or is this Ollie's last game? I think that's absolute rubbish because you have to. I kind of feel sorry for him in some ways because A, he inherited garbage from Jose. B, he inherited a squad that was low on confidence because of Jose. And I mean, there's no excuse for the results, but some of the tactical decisions have been questionable. I.e., Maguire playing. I mean, he should not be nowhere near. I mean, to be fair to him, he played. Everton made him look like Maldini. You know, he looked unbelievable against Everton somehow. But that's the problem with too many of our players. They have one great game, 4 terrible games, another good game, 4 awful games. But I mean, we play attacking football. You know, we do play attacking football. We're just diabolical at the back. It's as simple as that. I mean, we should have went and got 2 centre halves in the summer. We didn't. We probably didn't need Van der Beek. However, if we get rid of Pogba, then we probably do need him. And I think we do need to get rid of him. You ask any United fan now. Last season it was split, but you ask any United fan now, and we've all just had enough of him. Just get rid of him. You know, when you're 4-0 down to Tottenham, right, at home, and he's doing a Cruyff turn on the halfway line, and he loses it, and he just stands there and looks around, you just kind of think, this is enough. Get rid of him. I mean, I'm so glad that Ollie started to bench him. So glad he started to stick him on the bench. And the problem is Pogba's now crying because you think, you know, he's having a tough time now. He's having a tough time. Boo-hoo, pull your finger out and start working. You know, I mean, I don't know if you two saw, but did you see Didier Deschamps whinging about United and how Pogba is? I mean, you kind of think to yourself, you just think to yourself, you know, be quiet. You know, he's clearly not performing, so why wouldn't he be subbed? You know, it's embarrassing. Pogba, I could go on all day. I could do a video about Pogba, put it that way. He's just not good enough. He's not good enough. I said to someone the other day, actually, there was I was that bored. I was watching Sky Sports the other day, and it was like one of United's Premier League matches from the past or something, and it had the likes of Scholes and Carrick and Keane and all that in the midfield. I mean, would Pogba get into that midfield with them lot? Absolutely no way. Not a chance. I heard like a month ago, he said he dreams to play for Real Madrid. I mean, good. Off you go then. As long as if we get 90 million for you, fine. I'd happily play Van der Beek over Pogba every day of the week. I mean, I think Van der Beek will be given a chance. I think he's just being introduced slowly. I mean, it's just inconsistent. You know, the Champions League first 2 games, we look really good. And then we go and lose to that Istanbul team. You just think, God, I mean, what is going on? It's just too inconsistent. And you could blame the manager all you want. He has brought in some really good signings. I think all of his signings have worked, apart from Maguire. I think all signings have worked. You can't really judge Van der Beek yet because he's had 2-3 months. So give him a full season, then judge him. But I think the rest of them, well, apart from obviously the signings this summer, you have to, and I've got every faith that Cavani will do well. He's just a natural goal-scoring machine. So, I mean, it's just inconsistent. It's frustrating. I mean, you'd like to hope that the win against Everton would now put a run of results together. I mean, we've got West Brom at home, and it would just be our luck. They'll beat us or get a draw. I could just see it. I can just see it. I mean, we need to put 4 or 5 past the team to go on a run. I think the problem is with United is A, it's inconsistent. B, everyone seems to forget that we were the form team post-lockdown, hence why we finished 3rd. I mean, we were like 11 points behind 4th after the lockdown, and we just steamrolled towards the Champions League. People seem to forget that. I mean, I don't want to turn into an Arsenal and celebrate the Champions League as it's a trophy. Like, qualifying is a trophy. But we were absolutely written off. But my frustration is when Ollie has 2 or 3 bad runs, he gets absolutely slammed in the media. Yet if Klopp or, I don't know, Pep or anyone else, no, I wouldn't say Pep maybe, but Klopp, definitely Klopp, he seems to get an easy ride in the media, like easy. I mean, Liverpool's results haven't been great this season compared to last season. I just get frustrated because it's always Ollie, or it's always Jose, or it's always Pep, or Poch when Poch was there. They always get slammed by the media. But Klopp gets such an easy ride. It's infuriating. But yeah, I won't bore you for too much longer. I would say inconsistent and frustrating because it's virtually the same bunch of players as last season. I think the only shining light we have is Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford at the moment.
It sounds
Decent.
good. I think it's fair. It's very fair. I think the fact, obviously, you haven't started the season too well. Obviously, last season you ended the season really well, and that's what makes this start of the season look very kind of like, what's happening kind of thing.
Yeah, I think as well, people need to calm down with United because they also need to remember that the majority of teams have played a game more than us. And if we win and then win our game in hand, if we win our game in hand, we're only like 4-5 points off top 4 or something stupid. So, I mean, yeah, it's a very close lead, but people just need to calm down a little bit. And people also need to remember, actually, if you look at the teams that finished, who went for, like, had European competition as well in the post-COVID, they're the teams that are struggling at the moment.
I mean, Liverpool top of the league, or near the top of the league, aren't they? But yeah.
No, but they didn't have European competition after.
Did they not?
They didn't go.
I thought they played one
they,
game.
They were.
No,
they were.
no, they lost to Atletico Madrid before the lockdown happened.
Yeah, that's what I thought happened. Thanks, Reece.
No, it's all
Welcome,
right.
Yeah, I would just sum United's season up so far as inconsistent, frustrating, get Pogba out.
Yeah,
Right.
it's tricky because I think you said that Arsenal team you played is the worst in 20 years. United team ain't anywhere near what it used to be either.
Of course
Yeah,
it's not.
Yeah.
Of course it's not. But then I agree with you on that front. But you don't finish 3rd for being a bad team.
No, of course not. Of course not.
No.
But I don't know.
And beat
Arsenal
PSG
with a manager which looks
and beat
potentially could be
PSG
decent
in Paris. And I think we were the better team as well.
Yeah, it's a really good result. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not taking anything away from the result, but it would look a lot better if there was more to back it up. That's what I think makes it look a bit.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that's
kind of
inconsistent.
Like yeah.
We see.
I mean, the only way I
the
see United going forward now is getting rid of dead weight.
Yeah, Paul Pogba.
Like, get rid of like your Phil Jones, your Lingard, your Luke Shaw.
Of course. Paul Pogba.
Yeah, I think if you sit Pogba on the bench, you don't get as much money for him. I think that's the
course.
way. If he doesn't play a game now until January, then obviously you won't get
Fine,
the money.
fine. I'd
I
happily
think he's
take
still
50
class. I
million.
do think he's still like an
He's
absolutely
not class. He's
unbelievable
overrated.
footballer.
He's
No,
a decent player on his day. He's a good
Exactly.
player on his
No,
day.
Paul
When he's
Pogba-
on it,
Paul Pogba plays for Paul Pogba. He doesn't play for the team.
Well, I think as well, for me, in my opinion, and you already know this, I don't think Ollie's going to last much longer. And I know you're a huge Ollie fan because of what he's done for you, etc. And yes, he has carried on further from where you were before, which is he's done very well. Like, he has done very well. But I don't think there's much more he can. I don't think you can win a trophy under him.
Well,
The summer window was poor.
it was poor.
yeah, but I agree with you. It
Especially when you were linked for 6 weeks with the biggest English talent there is, and it just went like that.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
You only pulled through like one transfer out of like the 6 main big ones you were going for.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
was
I agree
Alex
with that,
Telles.
but you
You
also
were
have to
going for like
remember-
Bale, Reguilon, who both went to Spurs.
You also
Sancho,
have to remember that Ollie's not in charge of the transfer negotiations.
I know it's
And
the
unfortunately,
chairman.
when we have someone like Ed Woodward who constantly tries to undercut a transfer, clubs get annoyed with that and walk away. So, I mean, let's be honest, it happened with Jose, it happened with Louis van Gaal, and it's happened with David Moyes. I mean, I don't know if you two remember, but when Moyes first came, he wanted to get Fabregas from Barcelona, and then we ended up with Fellaini.
I mean, Fellaini still was good. Came from a good team.
No. I mean, you can moan all you want about the management and blame them, and yes, there's a certain responsibility. But when you've got Ed Woodward at your club, I mean, it's just diabolical. When we used to have David Gill under Sir Alex Ferguson, transfers were done early pre-season. They were done, sorted. Now we just try and undercut players. That's the problem. Yeah. That's the problem that Ollie faces. And you can't say as well that the players we've bought under Ollie, apart from Maguire, haven't been good, because they have. You look at Bruno Fernandes. What an impact.
Yeah, but again, he's class. Don't get me wrong, he's unbelievable. But he is one of however many. Like I really like the signing of Alex Telles. I think he'll be really good for you. Like when he gets fit. But again, for me, in terms of De Gea has been woeful this season.
I would say
Henderson
this season
was unreal last season. He was unreal.
No.
And
De Gea, no.
Last
De Gea
season
was awful last season.
Last season,
this season,
he's
improved.
This season, he's
improved. He's getting back to his old
For me,
ways, so.
what I like about Frank Lampard at Chelsea.
Oh God!
Hang on. Kepa makes a mistake. Right, that's it. You're out. Bring in the next keeper. That is a sign of. So for me, Ollie's too nice. You never hear him blame his players for anything. And there's only so much which, for me, you can take on as yourself, because at the end of the day, he's the one that's going to get sacked. That's the end of the day, isn't it? But for me,
I'm not sure about Ollie being too nice. I think if you YouTube a video and it's YouTube, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Jesse Lingard, there's a video of him last season at Newcastle where he screams at Lingard on the sideline.
That was against Man City, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, after the match, you never go.
Oh, you're right, Reece.
Pogba was awful today. He always goes, I made the mistake today. I made the wrong subs.
No, Pogba,
it's like,
get rid of him.
Get rid of
Reece
him. Boy.
All right.
Come on, let's get Everton out of the way. Although that was a good win against Everton, wasn't it?
How many times do you want to mention Everton? That one little.
Mate, when you
the short comments you're going to say about your team's start to the season.
Reece, anyway. When you gave it the big one 4 weeks ago about Everton being top, I told you not to brag, because what would happen?
This is what I'm going to get to.
You didn't believe
This is what I'm going to get to.
No, blah, blah, blah. And it happened last. Anyway, go on then.
With my team, I agree exactly the same as what you said with your team. Inconsistent.
Oh, pick your own words.
No, reason being.
Go get a thesaurus.
I'd say inconsistent because we started off very, very, very well. Got a good win against Tottenham, carried that through to the international
Throw
break.
that in, didn't he?
It was. They were better. They were better than us on the day.
I do.
We played well.
Was that the first game of the season? I think.
First game of the season.
Yeah, I remember.
Elliot watched the
header-
group chat
the
when he
header
found out
was-
that he was playing us first game of the season. Easy 3 points.
Yeah.
And then since the Liverpool game, we've sort of dipped in form. Like Pickford's challenge on Van Dijk,
Horrific.
you can't defend him.
Serving and red.
Yes, he was very, very lucky to stay on the pitch.
I mean, what is? I don't mean to interrupt you, Reece, but what is going on with Pickford? I mean, surely he shouldn't be England number 1 now.
I know, but it's the thing I don't get. Like, it's the same with like Ollie with De Gea, like all that. Like, Carlo Ancelotti still backs Pickford, even though we've got Rob Olsen.
I would still pick De Gea over Pickford at the moment because I think De Gea's actually his form has increased in this season. You
Yeah,
look at
his
some of
form's
the saves
increased.
he's made.
But at the moment, like with how Henderson was last season for United, for Sheffield United, I'd back Dean Henderson.
I would.
Over
No,
De
you
Gea.
got to play. I'd play Nick Pope. Yeah.
I would
yeah,
play
for
Nick
me.
Pope as well.
No, I'm not talking about England.
One-
I'm talking about United.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah, I think Henderson needs to go again. But anyway, carry on. Everton.
But with,
Everton. We've
with
done the
Everton,
United segment.
yeah, we've had another United. Everton, I'd rather play Rob Olsen than Pickford.
Didn't he play for you in one of the recent games?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he played for us against Newcastle where we lost 2-1.
Oh,
But it's the thing, like it's the same with what Jamie said. Like we should be beating teams like your Newcastles, your Southamptons, and to be fair, we were pretty lackluster against United. Like we went 1-0 up, and then that was pretty much it.
Or were we
Right.
just a better team?
It wasn't that you were you. I didn't watch the game because I was working at Tesco.
yeah. Until they scored, they were. I think when Everton scored, then United were kind of like, that
Yeah.
inevitable reaction kind of thing, and then they just
Mm.
were there from there.
But the thing is, this dip in form has come from us losing one player, which was Richarlison, who got sent off against Liverpool in the Merseyside derby. Personally, say it's either 2 ways. Could be a red card, maybe a yellow at worst.
I actually can't remember it. I know he got sent off, but I
It
can't
was the
remember
high
challenge.
tackle, wasn't it?
Okay,
Yeah.
red
I
card.
don't even think it was that bad because he took the ball first, but I can see why
Wasn't as
people
bad.
say it's a red card.
Pickford's was worse, and that's a red. Richarlison's then maybe, is a yellow, but it's still like
I'd
one
say
of those
yellow
where
at worst.
you shouldn't
my
do
opinion,
it.
That's not being biased towards my own team or anything. I just personally think that'd be a yellow. If that was a Tottenham player doing it on an Arsenal player, I'd say that's a yellow.
Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? It's like when people jump with their elbow, like you shouldn't do it, and you
Yeah, but
shouldn't
it's just
risk
a natural
doing it
instinct to
anyway.
like get your balance.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah, but it's also like the handball rule, isn't it? That's ridiculous. Even if you put your hands by your side and if it hits your hands.
Mm. It's weird, but it is what it is. Like you can't change it as much now. Like Richarlison's coming back now for our next game, so fingers crossed and touch wood that we can actually grind out a result.
So now Richarlison's back, you're going to win the league again?
Of course, mate. Nah, but here's the thing though. I looked at a stat the other day, and since Richarlison has joined, we have not won a game where he hasn't played, and that's awful.
That is awful.
That is
Like,
awful.
There's been some decisions that have gone our way and that I'll probably disagree with due to VAR. Like, for instance, Pickford's challenge on Van Dijk, Pickford's challenge on Maguire.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah,
Because
I didn't see that. I didn't see that one. So
He just makes too many rash decisions for me, Pickford. Like,
but I still think he'll be England's number 1 though.
annoyingly, me too.
yeah, Nick Pope needs to be number 1.
Yeah.
Dean Henderson
Agreed.
number 2.
Well, I think I
It's
would.
hard if he's not playing. If he's not playing, then you can't.
Yeah, it's hard
put
if
him
he's not
ahead of
playing,
people that
but-
are playing.
I mean, I don't mean to go back to United, but if I was Ollie, I would loan out Dean Henderson for the second half of the season, but with a clause in the contract where if De Gea gets injured, then he has to come back.
Mm.
That's what I would do, and I would loan him out to someone like I don't know who's in the league. I wouldn't loan him out to Sheffield United again. I'd loan him out to someone like
Southampton,
yeah, possibly
or like Burnley. So
not Burnley because Nick Pope's
That's
there.
where Nick Pope is here.
oh, yeah, Nick Pope. So no, sorry, my bad.
Oh,
Don't
dear.
like Brighton then. Brighton or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then if he gets relegated, like you're not going to be like, oh, let's have him back. Do you know, like,
Yeah, of course we would.
no. If
Anyway,
he goes and
carry on.
concedes 40 goals in the second half of the season,
Carry on, Reece.
Like we need to like more. We need more leaders on the pitch. Like Pickford, going back to that, is just at the moment form-wise awful. Our defence has looked ropey since the Merseyside derby. Like it's just been no form, no shape at all. And in our last game against United, Mason Holgate's just come back from injury and is straight in that starting lineup.
Oh dear.
Personally, don't think it was the right decision from Carlo Ancelotti. I think they should have just stuck with the two centre backs that have been going at it from the start. When we played Southampton, Luca Dean got the red card.
Reece, it's so funny to see your mood just completely change from 4 weeks ago. What were you saying 4 weeks ago? Can you remind us?
Top of the league, mate. We'll win the league. No, but to be honest, though, when do you ever see Everton doing well?
I mean, the curse of Reece Allen struck again, didn't it?
I mean, I generally think I'm a curse to my team because I haven't seen a goal.
Well,
Whenever I've travelled to Goodison Park, I haven't seen a goal.
Stop boasting when you're top. That's all you've got to do.
Yeah, but the thing is, like I said, when do you see Everton top of the league?
Yes, but that's just
You
a
don't.
small club mentality then. If you're boasting that you're top, that's just a small club mentality. It's just a tin pot mentality, isn't it?
Yeah, but just let me have my fun and all that, and then go back to reality in like 2 weeks.
Oh my
It
God.
started raining here as well.
Come on.
Yeah, it's literally just started raining here.
And it's just started drizzling.
Well, the sun's literally come out. I can actually see it.
See what difference 30 miles makes, eh?
Can you please not give up my location?
Could be
Dear.
north or south, anyway.
Yeah, fair enough. So go on, Henry, sum it up then.
Basically, what I want to sum up is just get Pickford out of net, really. Like,
Fair play.
I can't back Pickford at all. The challenges that he's made, his decision making. I mean, that drop against Brighton, if you can remember it, where they put the ball in, it's a soft one going about here.
Reece, there's been
It's a
too
simple
many.
catch.
There's been too many. I can't actually remember.
Literally, if you after this video, go on it and watch the video. Everton
don't
versus
need
Brighton
to.
4-2.
I don't need to. I just imagine it, and it's probably right.
Yeah, I was actually going to say you could probably just imagine it. But I mean, when Olsen played against Newcastle, I thought he played really well. Couldn't do much about the 2 goals. One of them was a penalty, and one was a deflected looping shot over. But I reckon Olsen's a good keeper. I reckon he should be our number 1. Our defence, I'd say our fullbacks are all right for now. They're better than yours, Jamie.
Are they?
Better than yours. Yeah. Can't see your camera's lagging a bit, mate. So,
That's all right. I can
yeah,
screenshot and send it to you.
Luca Dean is far better than what Luke Shaw will ever be.
Really? Because I saw Rashford rip him apart for that 3rd goal and then pass it to Bruno and Bruno to Cavani.
Well, like I said, I didn't watch the game because I was working at Tesco's, but
Yeah, okay.
I generally had my break literally as about 15 minutes after the game concluded. So I literally just
So,
tried watching a bit of the
I'm
highlights.
gonna show you something.
Anyway,
So, can you see this? If I stand on it, it's called my pocket. That's where Luca Dean was in Rashford's pocket.
anyway, that's one performance. Wait till we absolutely hammer you at Old Trafford.
Anyway, so we've got less than 4 minutes. So I'm gonna have to stop this now before we run over.
All right.
You want me to send you another one? We don't have to talk about Tottenham if you don't want to.
Oh, whoa. We have to.
I mean, to be fair, Jamie, you said yours was going to be a short one.
I think it
Yeah,
was
mine
quite short.
will be short. Mine will be short.
About how
Mine was relatively short compared to what I wanted to talk about. So, all right, I'll have to re-add you.
Okie dokie.